This one, I want to direct it to black people. We as a group have a massive disrespect for ideas, for thought. Like, this also trickles down to education. Why we don't value education so much is because it's a bunch of ideas written on paper. Ideas, what is, and also that also gives us a problem of diagnosing what the initial issue is. We never arrive at these sort of ideas are problematic. We usually arrive at this group is problematic, this person is problematic, and we never think of what these groups thought, the ideas that gave rise to these particular individuals. And we have so much disrespect because if you look at other cultures and what made them be great, you'll find it's ideas. Look at America, the superpower that we currently have. It's because of the idea of freedom, the ideas that created the Constitution. The people who created America are people of ideas. But we are not people of ideas. We are not. We really aren't people of ideas. I want you to think of ideas like viruses. Whoever they possess, the outcome will still be the same, independent of who it is. If I have HIV and I sleep with you flesh, you're getting HIV. If you sleep with Mpo and Mpo has HIV as well, you're getting HIV. Irrespective of whether it's me or him, because we possess the same virus, the outcome is the same for you. And if you are unable to determine that the issue here is the fact that we both have a virus, and instead you think, no, the problem is Lucky, not the virus, you go on to sleep with Mpo only to find the same thing. So ideas are like that. People who possess certain types of ideas, they will behave in a particular manner. Their ambition is going to be almost in the same tandem, in the same line. And we don't seem to care about those kind of things. We seem to think that people are just, no, it's like, man, he's just like that. No, like he can change if their thinking changes. And like he can actually be a great man by changing how he thinks. Like he can actually become a street kid if he goes on the left side of thinking. And because of we disrespect when we resolve conflicts, we are fighting people instead of fighting the source of the conflict, which is the idea behind the issue. You will be jumping from one person to the other, to the other, to the other, because you think the individuals are the one that are problematic, but actually the cultural fabric of ideas around these individuals is the one that is a problem. That's why, me personally, I feel like the contamination of the female thought has given us so much trouble. So much trouble. I don't think it's the people necessarily. It is the ideas behind it that are problematic. And if you find an individual who doesn't want to talk about it, another particular person has made ideas to be themselves. I know, with even identity is your idea of yourself. That's why I'm willing to change. Most times I am willing to change. 7 out of 10 times I'm willing to change. I'm willing to sit down there and listen to a person ramble about whatever there is that they're rambling about. And if I find that convincing, I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to check my own perception of these things. Because after all, we run our life based on our perceptions, right? That's another thing that we seem to not to get, is the fact that our ideas run our life. The thoughts that we think on a regular, and because we disrespect thinking so much, we don't put time to skill ourselves in dealing with ideas. We are like, ideas just emerge out of me and therefore I believe they are correct and right. No, just because you thought an idea or thought doesn't make it automatically correct. You have to be skilled enough to actually serve your own ideas that, no, you know what, this I didn't think this through. This might be bullshit. Let me listen to the counter argument. What is going on there? Because trust you me, you get wrong ideas, you're gonna learn very late that, oh my man, oh my, I wish I could have. And there's nothing that bothers me. Me personally, when I'm trying to advise someone on something, and then they don't even give me the benefit of a doubt, the fact that I could be right, and then they go into the world. 10 years later, they come back. They're like, "You were right." I feel like, because it's annoying to me. And soon after that, we talk about something else. I try to show them again, or we have a conversation that I'm willing to open my own mind to it, and then they do the same thing. I'm like, oh, well, go ahead, you dummy. We have to be skilled at being able to deal with ideas, because it is through them that we can cure our culture. It is through them that we can elevate our culture. Otherwise, we're gonna circle around the same problem over and over again, and we won't be able to diagnose the right problem. For an example, if I was to sleep with you and my problem was the virus, you trying to solve a problem that you think it's me, you're gonna go kill me. You're gonna go invest time to invent a gun or a knife to kill me. Little did you know that Mpo also has the same problem. So you go kill him. You have created a weapon against the wrong source. This thing will be proliferate. You cutting people, you are even making things even worse. So the same thing applies with ideas. You'll be out here thinking that Lucky is the problem, only to find that actually all the boys in this country think the same. So you move and you tarnish my name and all kinds of things like this, only to find out that the very next person that you go to has the same ideas. So your solution didn't amount to anything, really. You see. And man, look at how much other countries are investing in ideas, bro. Like, just look at how the interviews, the podcasts, or sorts of things that are information based. Almost all of them, they're coming from the West, from the East, not here in Africa. The information age, consultancy, law, all these things that we practice that are information age related, we adopted from other countries. It's not something that we ourselves came up with, like, hey, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think we're gonna have a accounting consultancy. No. And even now, man, like, how many kids are at school and they don't seem to understand what the school is trying to get them in to have in their heads? It's such a it's a serious concern, because ideas, they are instruments of good judgment, right? You have to respect ideas enough to be able to deal with them accordingly. Otherwise, they're just gonna use you, and you wouldn't know what the issue is. They're just gonna auto direct you. Hey, that you won't be able to see the world properly, because you didn't even take time to look into your own thinking. How do I know if my thinking is faulty and if it's correct? How do I know? Do we even sit down and think that? Because clearly we all have faulty ideas at times. How come they just get into our head and we don't know if they are correct or not? You have to have a proper system in your head. And in order to have that, you have to respect the danger of ideas. If you don't respect it, you won't take the time. You will be like, ideas bounce in, out, whatever. But then if you respect them, you will sit down and like, wait a minute now. We discussed this and this and this and this and this with this person. And I have a cognitive dissonance. Why? Why am I having a cognitive dissonance because of this? And actually attend to that appropriately. Not say, I like you, they've been saying like you, Ahlanya, so it's fine, I can leave it. No. Like, truth is independent of the source. Like, you could be the most honest, truthful, telling person. Is only the fact that you have met someone who doesn't like him before. Or it could be that like he's a liar, but then there is 2% that is correct. You should be able to see through all of that snakery that like he's laying out, and like, okay, the tail is actually correct. The whole of this bunch that he was saying, not important. But we have to first respect ideas. Ideas are a major player in our lives. Very, like, the sort of, in like, if your genes are this, your ideas are right next to them in determining your life. Wrong genes, you are ugly, you are undesirable, you are dumb. Your life is just screwed. Wrong ideas, even if you have good genes, you just mess up your life by your own hand. Mess up relationships, mess up opportunities, unable to see potential opportunities. You just, I am a mess, man. I'm very passionate about this because I feel sorry for people who are unable to respect ideas, and I see ideas owning them. Because they will own you and they'll be quiet. They'll just keep on eating your cells out, eating your energy out, eating out your relationships. They'll like, bruh, they truly can be cancerous in your life. And you will be out, like, we are like, before people found out about microorganisms, they always thought that someone just started losing weight and dying out of all of a sudden for no reason. They are like, oh, it's witchcraft. This is witchcraft. This is, only to find out, no, actually, there are microorganisms that were eating this individual internally. All we had to do is to give them antibiotics to shit them out, and then they are fine. That's where we are as Black people right now. We are at the point where we don't understand ideas and the formulation of ideas and the impact of ideas in our lives, in our politics, in our culture, in our relationships. And we have them running rampage, and then we are just trying to, no, the problem is men. No, the problem is not men. The problem is women. No, the problem is not women. The problem is the ideas that men and women are adopting. The problem is the fact that we involved politics into our lives, and then we are not defending our brains against ideological possession because we don't care to understand what ideas do to us, because we don't respect ideas. To us, ideas are just And I promise you, ideas can make or break an individual, can make or break relationships, and they often do. Better respect them.